Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are gonna use this big space over here to work on a little trading hall. I don't want to do the normal trading hall where they're all stuck in a room, so I decided I want to do a village. But to do a village, I do need a lot of terraforming over here to make sure I have enough safe space for them to work without me having to worry about zombies getting in or not lighting up properly. So I need to get to work and transform this area in an area we can use. We won't be able to finish it today, but I plan to at least have a plan of where I want everything to be, and maybe we can place a few wool blocks as plans on house structures and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start terraforming and then we can have a look at what space we have left. See you now. As you can see, I have cleared out quite a big space, so I think this should be big enough for my village. But I'm gonna get some materials ready for us to start building, and then I'm gonna fence off this entire area to make sure everything is spawn proof inside and we don't have any mobs that are able to come and visit us. So I'm gonna start by fencing off this area and then think about where I want to do what and then bring it back. This is a big project, so I'm gonna be working on this step by step and maybe do a few houses per episode, and maybe in between episodes we can do something else and not just do the building every week. So yeah, it's gonna be a big project, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be quite nice, and I'm looking forward to having all the different trades just near me so I don't have to worry too much about it. And then I can also take this poor cleric out of his wooden or his dirt house. Shame. Oh, poor thing. So I'll bring you back when I have a plan of what I want to do and have this entire area fenced off so we can start building. As you can see, I have a very colourful planning board. I used the green wool to show me where I'm going to do the communal areas like the fountain, and I want to use a bell as well. And then with the black wool, I showed myself where I want to use the working spaces, so where the working stations will be placed throughout the village. And then all the blue wool represents the houses we're gonna have. It just made it a bit easier to show where I'm gonna have houses, where I have space for more buildings, and also how many houses I have, because I think I'm gonna need about 17 beds in here, and I have space for 19 houses. So I made 19 houses, so I'll see where I want to have another profession. And then I can also add more beds to the buildings. Every building is 5 by 5, so there should be enough space for 2 beds in a house. But I can also use the other extra space for some storage. It's quite easy to see because all the lights here that are in a straight line shows you exactly where my main paths will be. It just made it a bit easier to have the pathway set out first and then work on the rest of the building. And over here we will have a fountain, or a pond with the fisherman's hut over here. Yeah, and then we on this side we will have the library. It's a bit bigger than most of the buildings to make sure we can add a few librarians if we need to. And I'm also going to have the cartographer over on this side. And then over here we are going to have the bar. Now I am going to put the cleric's workstation in here and have storage for enough of potions, so I can have an entire chest full of each potion ready to go whenever I need them. Okay, but so that's the bar, that's the library, and then I cannot remember which one that is. I should maybe make a note of that. And yeah, that will be the, oh yes, I remember, that one will be the archery game slash building I'm gonna build. So that's gonna have some targets in the background where I can target practice if I need to or want to. And then over there I have all the armor. It will be an armory type of building where weaponsmith and all of those professions will be. And over in the corner I do have the masons. It is quite a big space. I want to do a lot of effort with including all the different blocks I can get from the masons. And since there's a lot of different types of trades they offer, I do want to include as many masons in my village as I can, so that I can get a lot of terracotta and terracotta is the main one I'm looking for, so all the different ones I would like to have. And that's the fisherman's hut, and that one I do not remember, but in case. So on camera I'm gonna try and build the fountain I want in the middle of my village. Let's just collect these. Okay, now this will be the fountain, and I'm gonna start by doing the floor first. In the middle I'm gonna put just top slabs because I don't want to waste tile blocks if I can use something else. And to make it a bit more realistic, I am going to use on and off some mossy cobble, just to make it seem a bit more realistic, since it is in water, and there's a lot of water on the floor, so just makes it seem a bit more realistic to have it a bit mossy. And then on the sides I am going to use stairs for the same reason. I do want to use above this ground level, I do want to use mostly non-spawnable blocks, since I don't want to mess up with the iron farm and have a lot of iron golems spawning in this area. I don't mind one or two, but having them too many will make it very difficult to build stuff or work with the villagers in here. So that's all. But for now, just gonna mix it up a little bit with a few mossy cobblestone again. Just like that. And it gives it a bit more of a use texture instead of just having the same thing over and over. Just like that. And then one last. There we go. And then in the middle I am going to use some of the crack stone as well. It's just a bit easier. Oh, well, it gives you the idea of it is a bit worn out. I do want to make this 3 high, so I'm gonna put another mossy well, not a mossy stone brick on that one. And for lighting, I'm just gonna add a glowstone on top. Let's see, and then I want to add a half slab on top of that. So let's see. There you go, like that. So for the water, we are just gonna put that on top of that. If I can get it there. There we go. And that is gonna be our fountain. So that's gonna be the center of the village, and around this we are going to have a path going all the way around. This is going to be the meeting point for the entire village. So I'm going to take that all the right way around, and I did plan for the pathway, the main pathways, to be 3 wide, so there is a lot of place for them to walk, and this is the preferred pathway for villagers. I did think of using cobblestone and a mixture of pathways, but this is something you will see in villages as well, and I like having a design that fits in with the idea of Minecraft as well, and this fits. For the bell, I did working creative on a few ideas on what I want to do, and I decided on having a bigger space for the clock, and instead of having a did I do it right now? Yes. Instead of doing a 1 wide block, and on top I'm just gonna add the slabs, but let me get up there. And once again, I want to put the slabs on just to make it non-spawnable, so no iron golems will spawn on this. And then the bell I'm just gonna hook up here. There we go. And then around this area I do want to use some greenery, just to add some more green, especially since we are using the pathways. It looks a bit brown and not as colorful. I did think of using berry bushes as decoration, but the berry bushes is something they will hurt themselves on, and I don't have enough, so I'll just finish that off camera. But for now, this is where I'm gonna say goodbye. That's gonna be it for today, and I want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and see you in the next one. Bye.